Okay, so I was at Bayside when it happened. I know that what the news is saying is false, and I want to share what I saw. I'm in my 20s and a student here in Miami. My two friends and I were at Miami Black Market, a restaurant in Bayside, when it all went down. First, I want to address some rumors from the last few days. First up, many folks have been saying the police showed up for the fireworks. That's kind of true, but not entirely correct. There were fire trucks and police when we arrived at Bayside. We talked to some people who were there and they confirmed it was for a fire in the public bathrooms caused by fireworks. That is true. But this was almost a full hour before the main incident happened. So yes, there were police and fire trucks at Bayside due to a fire in the bathrooms caused by fireworks. But that has nothing to do with the massive police presence an hour later. Next, about the missing videos. Both the missing videos proving it was teens with fireworks, and the missing videos proving it was something else. The reason, I believe, for the missing videos is twofold. First, the phones were glitching out when you were close. My phone worked sporadically. Sometimes the screen would light up, but the touch wouldn't work properly. However, I know several people who weren't as close as I was got video. I saw this after the police arrived and we all were guided to an area to talk to them. At this point, the mobile network was down, and so was the Bayside Wi-Fi. I think this was to prevent anyone from sending video or pictures. The second reason is that I don't have my phone. You couldn't leave until you had provided your information and put your phone in a bag for the police. They said we would get them back, but I still have not received mine. So, the only chance for video of this incident is if someone streamed it or was able to send videos or pictures before the network went down. There are some videos, and all are from far away. You've probably seen those already. Okay. Now here's my story. My two friends and I were going to Black Market at Bayside. That's a burger restaurant if you want fancier burgers. When we arrived, we saw one police car and two fire trucks preparing to leave. We were about 5 minutes early for our reservation, so we walked around and talked to some teens hanging out. They told us that some guys had set off fireworks inside, causing the fire alarm to go off. There were quite a few teens hanging out, but in my impression, they weren't exceptionally rowdy or causing a lot of trouble. There have been many more before, and some fighting, but nothing serious. Most people left when the police arrived. We then went to Black Market for our reservation. We were having burgers and talking trash with each other. About 40 or 50 minutes in, when we were in the middle of our burgers, maybe 10 or 15 people came running past the doors screaming. Some staff went outside and looked around and talked to someone walking by. When they got back in the restaurant, they said that someone saw aliens. Someone asked if there was a shooting, and they said, no, they said it was aliens. No one really reacted or did anything, but soon more people came. Some girls were screaming and crying, and people began to stand up and some just left the restaurant in the same direction as everyone was running. An older guy stopped in the doorway of the restaurant and said, "There are demons if anyone wants to see." Then he kept walking away. Some people stayed at the tables, a few more went to the bar to pay, and my friends and I told the bar people that we would come back. We started walking in the opposite direction to the part of Bayside with the glass roof. As we got closer, we saw a few people standing around the corner of the entrance, and some were screaming further away. We went inside, and I saw something about 30 feet away. We all crouched down at the same time. The best I can describe it is that it was an entity more than a creature. It was both made of smoke and somewhat transparent, and it was solid and almost dark red-toned. It had arms and legs and was very big. I think the 10 feet estimate is correct. It had a walking motion but did not actually walk. It was like it was floating, and at the same time almost pulsating or teleporting small distances to move. It floated or pulsed further away and didn't seem to care about anyone. We kept following. My friend tried to film with his phone, but it did not work. I tried with my phone, but it was like my touchscreen didn't work. We followed for maybe 6 or 7 minutes, and we saw 3 entities. They looked and acted the same. My best description is that they were looking for something or someone. They did not care about anyone. They weren't hostile, but looked very scary, like some fantasy demon. We were about 40 feet from the one closest to us, and suddenly, 6 shots were heard. I guess someone shooting at the entities. The entities did not react, just kept on moving, looking for something or someone. We froze after the gunshots, we kept hiding, and was about to move back to the restaurant when 2 policemen showed up. About 5 or 10 minutes in, about 2 to 3 minutes after the gunshots, the two police officers told us to leave and go back out, pointed us to where we came from. When we turned around, we saw more police officers telling us where to go. There were about 100 people in the outdoor area where we were, and we all needed to share our information and put our phones in plastic bags for the police. Then give a statement that did not seem to disturb or surprise the officer. Very professional and correct, and some girl next to me was crying and I heard the female officer comforting her. Then they split us up in small groups and walked us all the way to 8th Street, almost half a mile away. When we got outside, we saw the insane police presence. Neither me or any of my friends have gotten our phones back, and we do not get any information when calling the police about it. They just say that we will be contacted for more information. No one has reached out to any of us. We did not sign any papers regarding not talking about this, and I really don't know how to handle it. So, this is my story. I wanted to share it with the world, and yeah, that's it. If you have any information or knowledge about the event and did not sign any papers that is stopping you from sharing, please use the comment section below.